morning. My name, excuse me, my name is Lucy Edwards, and I have the honor of being the president of the board of the New Hampshire Alliance for Retired Americans. I'd like to start all my remarks with a description of what our alliance is all about. Our mission is to strive for social and economic justice and civil rights for all citizens to enjoy lives with dignity, personal and family fulfillment, and security. The Alliance believes that all older and retired persons have a responsibility to strive to create a society that incorporates these these goals and rights, and that retirement provides them with opportunities to pursue new and expanded activities with their unions, civic organizations, and their communities. I find that I think about wages in this day and age this way. Can we afford to live on and then retire on what we, thank you, I need to. I really apologize. I have allergies all year round, and I thought I was going to be fine, but we'll go on. Can we afford to live on and then retire on what we earn with dignity, personal and family fulfillment, and security? These were the ideals I grew up with. The ideas of the New Deal brought to American society. When they were working for many Americans, we had an economy that was the envy of the world. Today we have income inequality that we haven't seen since before the New Deal, or maybe even the 1890s. And so many Americans are struggling to keep a roof over their heads and food on the table. We have a generation of fellow citizens whose retirement benefits have been decimated and for whom stopping work looks like a dream that will never be realized. Here are a few basics. First, Social Security benefits are based on lifetime earnings. Second, the ability to save for retirement outside of Social Security depends on those earnings as well. Third, making sure that all jobs paid a livable wage would increase the funds that the Social Security Trust Fund takes in and would help to push off or completely remove any possible insolvency from the fund. If we could also raise or scrap the cap on the income that is taxed for FICA, we'd solve the funding problem for a long time, if not forever. And we could raise benefits as well. Add a COLA that is linked to the real list of goods and services that seniors and the disabled purchase, and you've got a big improvement in this program that so many seniors depend on for most of their income in retirement. The minimum wage is, of course, not the only problem. There's also the wage gap between women and men, and the issue of caregiving as well. Caregivers who take time out of work or never hold jobs outside the home setting are deprived of the Social Security credits that provide the basis for retirement income and of the funds to supplement Social Security with savings as well. Anne Marie Slaughter notes this problem in her new book, Unfinished Business, where she says, what's really going on here is that we are discriminating against people who have to care for others, which is a role that society needs people to play. Right now we're focusing on the problem that if you're at the top and take time out to take care of others, you're knocked off your leadership track. But much more important is that if you are a woman or man sometimes in the middle class or a low income woman or a man, and you take even a day or two off to care for others, you could lose your job. You get docked pay. You don't have access to affordable health care. And I added to that, and your retirement looks less and less possible. Just recently, I came upon an article from the Washington Post describing the increase in mortality rates among white, non-college educated 45 to 54-year-olds. Most of that increase came from alcoholism, drug addiction, and liver disease. That just hit me in the face. Add this to the heroin epidemic you're seeing here in New Hampshire and elsewhere, and the physical and emotional consequences of the lack of decent jobs at livable wages is taking a dreadful toll on our citizens of all ages. To take away people's hope of the future, and all too often what we look for is an end to the pain that we suffer from that. The cost of health care now and later from these distortions of our economy will put Medicare and Medicaid in even more danger of being targeted for cuts. Without these health care programs, retirement security is not possible for most of us. These problems, we know, are all intertwined with the power that big money has over our elections and our governmental decisions. Those who suffer the most are, in my estimation, considered disposable by too many decision makers. When I hear some of the presidential candidates talk, as a senior woman, I find myself feeling very disposable, and it makes me very angry. That's why I joined the New Hampshire Alliance to work with other senior activists to do something about these problems for ourselves and for all those who need hope of a better future. We know what we need to do. We have the tools, the skills, the knowledge, and the means to fix these problems. What we need is the political will. Thank you.